Well, so my advice for first-time sales managers, now this applies to whether you're, adjusting to the pandemic, because now you might feel like a first-time sales manager again, like a lot of sellers are feeling like first-time sellers because everything's changed, is protect your calendar. You are the only person who has the right to say what your time goes to. And I understand that there's company this and that, meeting that has to happen. But let me just share a little bit of information with you, or data, I should say. Now, this comes data from Objective Management Group, of which we're a licensed partner. And they have over 2 million sales professionals on 21 different competencies. There's billions of data points that back this up. I ran an analysis a few years ago because I wanted to understand the impact that coaching had on sellers directly. Like, we had the data that talked about, like, after 3 hours of coaching, there was like a 17% increase in quota. But I wanted to like really dig down into the skill sets and the mindsets. So I ran a sub-analysis of that 2 million data sales professionals. And I looked at the sales managers and the salespeople that directly reported to them. And what I found is that when those managers spent 50% of their time coaching, and they had been trained on how to coach, that their sales teams were upwards of 30% stronger than their counterparts. I think it was more closer to 50% actually. I think it was 49% more skills and stronger than others on their team. Now, if you think about the amount of revenue that gets impacted by the increase in skill set of your team, to be for every 10% of increase, there's a 33% increase in revenue. That's a huge number. And the only way that you're going to impact the skills of your team is by coaching. So by protecting your calendar, you're prioritizing and making time for one-on-one and group coaching with your team so they can apply the things that they're learning in their training into their day-to-day jobs. That is the single most important thing that you can do as a sales manager, new or otherwise, pandemic or in person. And that means you have to get it scheduled, like a religious routine scheduled on your calendar, like you eat, breathe, sleep, drink water on the calendar. The other thing that I would say that's really important for managers, and this is also something that comes from the data, and when we look at the coaching time with your sellers, but then we also look at the things like making sure that you're understanding what motivates your team. Because as a manager, your job is to manage behaviors, and a lot of times to help them to change their behaviors. And in order to change their behaviors, you have to know what motivates them to do so. And that's really crucial in the first step in building rapport and relationship with your team members. The best and easiest way to do that is to share what your motivations are. What are your personal goals? What drives you? What gives you joy? What puts your feet on the floor every morning? When you open yourself up to them, they're going to open themselves up to you. And now you have a working relationship that's based on, how do I get you to your personal goals? Not how do I get you to hit your numbers or you're fired. So if you love this video, please share it, add your comments. I would love to hear your feedback on this particular topic. And if you want to dig in even deeper, then definitely visit the website at unboundgrowth.com. That's unboundgrowth.com. There's plenty of resources there, calculators for sales hires, how to identify seller profiles, how to change your mindset, and a weekly blog where we're posting more video content like this for sellers and managers, leaders, and business owners. I'll see you next time.